Books presents Better Never Than Late by Chika Unigwe, narrated by Floyd Ibu and Adanna Oji.
The Transfiguration of Rapu. The new man was tall and lanky, his stomach not spilling over his trousers like those of the other men who gathered at Prosperous and Agu's. Yet despite that, he moved in such a way that put Prosperous in mind of an overfed, pampered cat. He had a fashionable haircut and a thin strip of beard in the middle of his chin. This was a man for whom life in Europe had not been hard. Prosperous envied him that. A life untouched still by hardness, soft like a baby's buttocks, like the life she had lived before. "My beautiful wife, Rapu." A small woman suddenly appeared from behind him. She sat down on the edge of the sofa as if she were ready to flee at the slightest sound. When Prosperous asked if she wanted a drink, she nodded, but did not specify what, not even when Prosperous asked, "Mineral or juice?" She held the glass of juice Prosperous gave her with both hands, as if holding it down to keep it from flying away. She was new, but not in the same way the man Guachi was. She was new to Europe. He was just new to Belgium, and to the group that met regularly at Agu's to drink and talk, dissecting their lives and sharing their nostalgia for a country they swore they could not wait to live in again, once the money was made and they could retire and live in the mansions they were going to build in Lagos, Abuja, Enugu, Onitsha, Jos, whichever city in Nigeria their deferred lives still inhabited. The new man had moved from Germany a few months ago. Agu told Prosperous the first time Guachi visited with his paper wife, his German wife, Hilda. He said Germany is very hard for black men, harder than Belgium. Can you imagine? Hilda suggested the move to Turnhout when he said he had heard this place was easier for blacks. She gave up her life in Germany for him. Oyibo women and love. They'd give up everything for the person they love. Prosperous did not remind him that there was a time when he would have given up everything for her, and she would have done the same for him. Did do the same for him. Prosperous said instead, "We have all given up things." The wife Guachi had with him now, and whom he brought most times he came afterwards, and with whom he had a 6-year-old back in Nigeria, was Ibo, like everyone else in the flat. Rapu did not live with him. She lived with a Nigerian man called Shylock. Nobody seemed to know what his real name was. He had earned his nickname for the exorbitant fees he charged for whatever service he provided, even to his fellow Ibo. Shylock drove an Audi, had a gold tooth and always wore a beret and dark Ray-Bans. In the winter, he wore a long black leather jacket with a furry trim on the hood. At Christmas, he threw lavish parties where the signature dish was chicken Shylock, a succulent affair that exploded in a multitude of flavours in the mouth. Sour and sweet, spicy and soothing mint. No matter how much anyone begged for the recipe, he refused to give up its secret. It was said that he threw even bigger parties in his village at Easter, where he gave out bags of rice and tins of palm oil to widows. Guachi complained that Shylock was charging him too much. 20,000 euros, and we are from the same village. The man is my porapo. He loves money too much. When am I going to pay all that off? You make it sound like you're paying off a car, Prosperous said, irritated. Shylock is expensive, but he never dips into a pot of soup that is not his, Agu said. You remember the story about that?
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.